everybody, Tina here with Two Chicks and a Cricket. I'm going to show you a layout that I'm working on, and it turned out to be super cute. I've already cut all my stuff. I'm just going to show you putting it together. So I used my a Child's Year Cricut cartridge. Whoops. Okay, I used a Child's Year Cricut cartridge and just some paper I had laying around. This is all just different random paper. So this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I wanted to show you guys on one of my videos recently. I was showing you guys the I was showing you how to use an emery board, but I realized when I was editing the video that you couldn't really see what I was talking about because my camera wasn't close enough. So I just wanted to show you guys. If you see right here, my paper is a little frayed. And if you just run your emery board over the edge of it, it takes off that frayed part of your paper. So that's what I was trying to show you guys on another layout, and you didn't really get a chance to see it. So here's just a 12 by 12 piece of red paper, and then this polka dot paper is a 10 by 10. And I'm just putting it, I'm trying to just center it. So these, these pictures, I usually choose my pattern paper depending on my pictures. And these pictures were kind of throwing me off because they were with the red and the blue, but her dress didn't really match that, and this was a really important night for us, and our little friend was wearing a matching dress, and I just could not figure out the colors. So I kind of just came up with, I just used one of the colors out of the layout. And then this was her at Cubbie's, which is a little Christian group, and it's sort of like school, but it's not really like school. So that was my other dilemma. So anyways, I kind of picked this school type paper to go with it, and it was paper that Wendy got me, and it's double-sided, and I just thought I would try to make it work because I really wanted to get these pictures scrapbooked and get it done. So this is just, I just cut this paper based on the pattern. So I don't know how wide this is. I just decided I wanted 2 of the little blocks each, and then I cut some off the end. So I used my Child's Year cartridge for all of this. Love the cartridges that have a font on them as well as images. And so this was the font off a Child's Year. I'm using a 2-way zig pen. And then this is just a cutout from a Child's Year. It's going at the bottom of my page, and then my photos are going right here. And I just eyeballed and trimmed them down. I wanted to get a lot of photos onto these pages because we took a lot of photos that night. and I didn't want to do a 2-page layout. So they're not cut any particular size. For most of my big Cricut cuts, I use this quick dry adhesive, and I just find that it works really well, and I never have any problems with the paper wrinkling or anything. It just tends to be easier for me, so that's what I tend to use. And little girl is going right on the corner here. And also dries clear, like I got a little bit right there. But the glue dries clear. So for my photos, I never show you guys mounting them because I just think that's pretty simple. You guys can figure that part out. I just mounted these once. And then I have printed my journaling out on a piece of vellum. Usually I already have this cut. I don't usually show you guys this part, but I just wanted to show you. It's really easy to use vellum, and I just print it out on my computer. And then I trim it up. So if you're using your computer, some fonts, when you use vellum, you will want to make sure you let the ink dry before you handle it, because sometimes it will smear on this vellum. So what I'm going to do is I was just going to put it right on the polka dot paper, but it looks like it doesn't quite show up as well as I would like it to. So I'm just going to put it on a piece of blue paper that coordinates, and I'm just using my ATG gun. This I'm just going to glue that down. Okay, and then the other thing that I'm going to do is, like I said, this layout was a little bit hard for me because I didn't really have a piece of paper or a themed piece of paper that I thought would work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this other paper as embellishments. So that's the other thing you guys can remember. That's a great tip. If you don't have certain embellishments, or you don't have the cartridge that has something that you want to cut on it. I didn't have any cartridges that really had anything that would really go with this layout. And so what I'm doing is I'm just using the paper as an embellishment itself. So I'm going to use these like this at the very bottom, which were just squares off the paper. notice something that I did it on my lettering, on my pictures, and on these. I started where I wanted my lettering to start on here, and I did a few, and then I laid them out and I started over here so that my lettering would go all the way here. So I knew I wanted my lettering to fit within this allotted spot, and so I started here and then I worked to the middle, and then same with my pictures. I did this picture and then this picture, then I centered this picture, and then same here. I did this one and then I did this one and then I centered this one, and that will give you more, if you have a hard time judging your distance or depth on your page, that will give you a, it will help you to get things even on your page if you struggle with that. So here's the next side. And same thing, I just have this 12 by 12 piece of paper and a 10 by 10. And then I did the same thing I did on the other side with this little strip of paper to layer. I just made it 1 square wider. And I'm going to put that at the very bottom. And then I have some of this ribbon that is just this curvy ribbon. And I use my ATG gun. Whoops, are you guys still on camera? I bumped you. Okay. I use my ATG gun for all my ribbon. It just works. And then for this, because it's curvy, I'll just take and just run my fingers where the curvy part is so you don't really see it. Works fine. My photos. And what I've done is, again, because I didn't have a lot of embellishments and I didn't have a lot of things to cut out on my Cricut, what I did is I went ahead and I made an extra embellishment by using, this is the little song that they sing at Cubbie's in the beginning, and that's what they're doing, and like probably that picture, they're singing the Cubbie song. So what I did is I just went online and I found the words to that song and I printed them out on a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm going to mount it onto a piece of blue cardstock, and I left a lot of room on my blue cardstock there, and I will, be putting this right here as a little accent piece. And I do this a lot where I will take words of songs or quotes or just fun little things and print them out and like make tags out of them or make an extra embellishment. So the other thing is that this paper had some teddy bears on it. And so I'm also going to use that as a little embellishment piece by just cutting the little teddy bear out. And then I'm going to take another one of these little squares, this green square because I haven't used that color, and I'm going to glue it like this so that the color square accents the bear. So I'm going to glue all this stuff down, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how this finished page turned out. And then there will also be a picture of this layout at the bottom of my post. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys the finished product. I did some white dots at the very top of the lettering. And then I also did some white dots on the silhouette of the little girl. And then on this side I glued everything down. And I added the two teddy bears to the little square of the song. And you can see on that bear, I overlapped it over pictures and the little square. So that's another thing to remember that you can always do to give your page a little bit of interest. And I also used pop dots on both of those bears. So that's how my layout turned out, and there'll be a picture at the bottom of this post so you can see it a little bit closer. So thanks guys for coming by the blog today.